Speed Station welcomes you to Richmond Raceway for the running of the Federated Auto Parts 400. Kevin Harvick wins the pole above Clint Boyer, Austin Dillon, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson, Joey Logano, Matt DiBenedetto, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Ryan Newman. Stage 1 concludes on lap 40, and Stage 2 concludes on lap 80 of this 160-lap race. And we are green at Richmond. Harvick gets a good jump above Boyer. Already 3 wide for third spot with Hamlin on the inside. Harvick has now cleared his teammate, Clint Boyer, off of turn 2. Boyer tried to make a crossover move going into turn 3, but got the door shut. Boyer looking to the inside of the 4 as Harvick will lead lap 1. On the inside line through turns 1 and 2, Boyer pulls ahead. Still side by side. At the line this time, by Boyer will lead. And Boyer's now cleared the 4 car of Harvick, with Hamlin challenging for a second spot. Boyer's been able to put about a 1-second gap between himself and Denny Hamlin, who currently resides in second with Austin Dillon in third spot. Very uncharacteristic of Martin Truex Jr., currently runs in 24th position. The top 5 is currently Boyer above Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Austin Dillon, and Ryan Newman in 5th. Hamlin's been able to close the gap between him and the 14 down to now below half a second. Denny Hamlin's been able to gain an incredible amount of time on the 14 car through turns 1 and 2. They're relatively similar on their lines through 3 and 4, although this time Hamlin diamonds the corner and gets a bit of a run on the 14. We are now halfway through stage 1. Corey LaJoie has blown the engine and the caution flag is out. As we race back to the flag, Clint Boyer is the leader, above Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. First car off pit road is Denny Hamlin beating out Clint Boyer, with Ryan Newman going up to third. And the green flag is back out. Boyer right on the back bumper of the 11 as we enter turn 1. Keselowski dives on the inside of Dillon to take 4th spot. That's the highest he's been all day. Hamlin starting to gap the 14 car. He showed on that last stint that he obviously had the better race car. This time with track position is a great opportunity for the 11. Ryan Newman looks to the inside of the 14. Through turns 1 and 2, Newman has second. Boyer pulling a crossover on Newman. Chase Elliott running under the 2 car has now moved up into 4th spot, with the 14 retaking second. All this battling has let the 11 car get a pretty good lead over the 2nd spot. The separation's out to 9/10. The 9 car shoving the 14 through turns 3 and 4, with Elliott now moving up into 3rd spot. Chase Elliott looks to the inside of the 14. Here comes Larson on the inside, 3 wide. Larson's now moved up to 2nd, with Chase Elliott filing back into 3rd. Through all the madness, Austin Dillon has now moved back up into 4th spot. Chase Elliott looks to the inside of the 42. Through turns 3 and 4, he has now taken 2nd. And the white flag is out for Denny Hamlin in stage 1. And off 4, Hamlin will win stage 1 above Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Kurt Busch stealing 4th, and Austin Dillon in 5th. Worst car off pit road is Kyle Larson, getting out above Austin Dillon, and Denny Hamlin losing 2 spots on pit road. Even though Larson got the lead, he did make contact with Matt DiBenedetto on pit road. So pretty significant right side damage on the 42. If you haven't been able to notice, Paul Menard will be running a tribute paint scheme to his first and so far only Cup Series win for the rest of the playoffs. We are green for stage 2. Larson gets a pretty decent jump above the 3 car with 3 wide for second with Elliott on the bottom. Chase Elliott will take second spot, but Larson uses the 95 car to separate himself and second spot. The yellow flag is back out with Larson the leader above Elliott and Hamlin. Into turn 3, Matt Tifft gets turned around by Reed Sorensen. The battle for third to last position. Interesting. The only car to come down pit road this time by was Tyler Reddick. The rest of the field will stay out, so an abstract pit strategy for that playoff contender. And we are back green on lap 52. Larson gets a great jump above the 9 car. Kurt Busch sends it in 3 wide on the inside to take second. Chase Elliott touches the outside wall. Kurt Busch really dives it into turn 3 and is now taking the lead. Austin Dillon now up to second spot. Clint Boyer trying to get third. Truex has been turned. Stenhouse involved. The 38 car is involved. The 31 as well. Caution flag is back out. So it looks like Truex goes a little bit wide in the apex of 1 and 2. Tries to cut down the 88. Does not budge his line. Gets rammed by the 17 after hitting the outside wall. Little bit of front end damage on the 31, but not very severe. Kurt Busch, Boyer, and Kyle Busch will stay out on this cycle of stops, but Harvick, Dillon, Keselowski, and Larson decided to bring it down pit road. Martin Truex Jr. has very severe rear end damage after smacking the outside wall and being rammed by the 17. Through pit strategy, Landon Castle currently runs in 9th spot. And we are back green on lap 59. Busch gets a very good restart to be able to clear the 95 as they enter turn 1. Now his brother Kyle Busch has taken second off of Clint Boyer. Man, Suarez and Boyer made very significant contact coming off turn 2, especially for teammates. Ryan Newman goes 3 wide on the inside to now take 4th spot. Boyer is now retaken 3rd spot off of the 41 car of Daniel Suarez. Yellow flag is back out. As we race back to the caution, Kurt leads over Kyle Busch and Clint Boyer. Eric Jones blows a tire going into turn 1. Rolls slowly through turns 1 and 2, but then contact between the 8 and 66 cars ends with Hill and Daniel Hemrick getting severe damage on the rear end. Several cars coming down pit road this time by, including Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, and Ryan Newman, while Kurt Busch, Daniel Suarez, and Austin Dillon will stay out. Jimmy Johnson's retired for a mechanical failure and will finish in 36th spot, the worst of any playoff driver. And we are back green with only 12 to go in stage 2. Kurt Busch gets a very good jump above Suarez. He's forced wide due to lap traffic. Austin Dillon gets hard into the outside wall and the 2 gets turned. Hamlin involved. The big one down the back straight. 14 cars involved. Oh, and the 53 makes a big hit on the outside wall. We are back under caution with Kurt Busch the leader above Suarez and Joey Logano, who won last week at Darlington. Keselowski tries to go almost 4 wide with lap traffic, hits the outside wall, gets clipped by his teammate of the inside wall, then bounces back up into Elliott. Kyle Busch gets damage, Eric Almirola gets damage. Hamlin even got some damage. Paul Menard makes a little bit of contact. The 14 makes a big hit to the 2. 88 also involved. He's a playoff driver. Then the 53 makes a almost head-on collision with the outside wall. Kurt Busch, Daniel Suarez, and the 43 and 14 cars decide to come down this time by, while the 22, 42, and 3 cars decide to stay out. And we are back green with only 6 to go in Stage 2. Logano gets a bit of a jump over Larson, able to get to the inside line before they enter turn 1. Austin Dillon looks to the inside of the 42, trying to take second spot off of Larson. Larson looks to the inside of the 3, now trying to return the favor to take second spot. Dillon gets very loose off of turn 4 and hands second over to Larson. Larson up on the inside of the 22 now. Less than 3 laps to go. Larson inches ahead. Larson led that lap, with Austin Dillon trying to take second. Looks like he might get the spot through 1 and 2. And the white flag is out for Larson in Stage 2. Larson will win Stage 2 above Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin, and Kevin Harvick. Joey Logano is the only car to bring it onto pit road this time by. And we are green for the final stage. Larson gets a great jump above the 3 car of Dillon. As they enter turn 1, they are now trying to go 3 wide for second with Harvick on the inside. Looks like Denny Hamlin might take second spot through turns 3 and 4, with Paul Menard challenging for 4th. Larson's been able to put about a 1-second gap between himself and Denny Hamlin, with Kevin Harvick running in 3rd and Paul Menard up to 4th. Kevin Harvick uses the inside line through turns 1 and 2, and has now moved up to 2nd position. The 2-lap cars of Matt DiBenedetto and Eric Jones are surprisingly competitive when compared to the leader, Kyle Larson. Kurt Busch goes to the inside of Paul Menard to now take 4th spot off of the 21. Hamlin looking to the inside of the 4, trying to retake 2nd position, but Harvick using the outside will retain the spot, but now they're going 3 wide into 1. Hamlin will now take the spot. Harvick touched the outside wall coming off of turn 2. Starting to lose spots very rapidly. Paul Menard has moved back up into 4th spot after passing the 4. DiBenedetto trying to pass the leader Larson to get back onto the lead lap. That's definitely going to slow the 42 car down for the 1 and 11. Busch gained a lot of ground that time by. The 42 and 99 still side by side. Hamlin looks to the inside of the 1. Has momentarily at least taken 2nd. And look at the damage on the 11 car, as Hamlin now takes the lead. That might be the most damaged car I've seen lead a Cup Series race since Harry Gann at Martinsville.
We have seen history made here this afternoon, and what Harry has done.
Kurt Busch has now taken 2nd spot after passing the 42. Kurt Busch gives the 11 a little bit of a nudge in between turns 3 and 4. Now side by side down the front straight into turn 1, the 1 will take the lead. So now Kurt Busch the leader above Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Paul Menard, and Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon making a move on the 21 to move up into 4th spot, with Menard now losing 2 spots to Ryan Blaney. The 38 car has blown an engine on the back straight and stalled. The yellow flag is out. As we race back to the caution, Matt DiBenedetto will get his lap back, with Kurt Busch the leader, Denny Hamlin in 2nd, and Kyle Larson in 3rd. Also racing back to the caution, the 8 car of Hemrick turns the 2 car around, entering turn 3. First car off pit road is Kurt Busch, getting off in front of Hamlin and Larson the same way they went down. And we are back green on lap 112. Once again, the leader is able to clear the lap traffic and run the inside line through turns 1 and 2. Pretty good separation between Busch and Hamlin. It's out to about half a second. Larson went extremely wide through 3 and 4, lost a lot of time. So now Kurt Busch leads over Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, and Austin Dillon. Ty Dillon's now gotten past the 88 car to take 6th spot, with a challenging Kevin Harvick directly behind. Ryan Blaney looks to the inside of the 42. Dives in through 3. Blaney is now taken up 3rd spot, with a shot at getting 2nd off of Hamlin if he can make up about 0.6 of a second. I'd say everybody really underestimated Tyler Reddick's capabilities in this playoffs. Currently runs in 9th position, outrunning almost half of the playoff contenders. Ryan Blaney's got a little bit better handling race car than both the 1 and the 11. With enough patience, he might be able to get the lead after a long green flag run. Blaney goes low on the 11. Through turns 1 and 2, Blaney has already cleared Hamlin and has a straight shot towards Kurt Busch. Blaney's got a great run on the 1, looks to the inside as they enter turn 3. Blaney lunges ahead, and at the line, Ryan Blaney will lead that lap. Through turns 1 and 2, the 12 has now cleared the 1 car. Kurt Busch tries to pull crossover. Entering turn 3, Kurt Busch has now retaken the lead. Side by side down the front stretch. Blaney dives it in on the outside. Gets right back alongside the 1. Kurt Busch led that lap by 1/1000th of a second. Still side by side between the 1 and 12. Chip Ganassi lined up on the inside line. Kurt Busch has now cleared the 12. Blaney might have burned up his equipment trying to run with the 1 as he started to fall off. We now have only 30 laps to go. Larson back up to 2nd, Hamlin into 3rd, as Blaney will fall to 4th. The 42's got a bit of a run on the 1. Larson tried to move the 1 car out of the way through turns 3 and 4, could not get the 1 car loose as Ryan Blaney will send it in turn 1 and retake 2nd using the inside. Kurt Busch blocking every lane he can to try and retain the lead. Trying to win his first Cup Series race since the Bristol night race of 2018. Blaney looks to the inside as they enter turn 3. And Blaney will get the lead. Down the front straight, the 12 will clear the 1. Denny Hamlin challenging the 1 car for 2nd spot, with the 42 currently running in 4th. Hamlin will take 2nd. Now a gaggle of lap cars directly in front of the 12 car. Blaney's been able to open up a separation between himself and Hamlin by almost a little over 1 second. Larson goes to the inside of the 11. Through turns 3 and 4, Larson challenging for second off of Denny Hamlin. Into turn 1, Larson moves Hamlin out of the way to now take second spot. So now Blaney's opened up a 2.5 second lead above Kyle Larson, Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Kevin Harvick. Hamlin trying to send it in on the inside line to take third spot off of Kurt Busch. Blaney gets blocked by the lap car of Martin Truex Jr. I wonder if this is a little bit of team playing in favor of Denny Hamlin. Only 10 laps to go. Because of the lap traffic, the gap between the 12 and 42 has been cut to now less than 1 second. Blaney still holds a controlling lead over Larson, now out to 1.3 seconds. Above now Kurt Busch, who has taken third spot, Denny Hamlin in fourth, and Harvick still in fifth. Now only 5 laps to go. The gap has shrunk to now only 1 second between the 12 and 42. Too wide lap traffic in front of the 12. Kligerman tries to get out of the way, but Buescher will block. Blaney will make his way under the 37 car of Buescher, while Larson rides behind the 96. At the flag stand this time by, it will be 2 laps to go. The gap got down to less than half a second. Now it's being extended by Larson being trapped behind lap cars. And the white flag is out for Ryan Blaney. Kyle Larson is somewhat there, but it's not going to be good enough. And Ryan Blaney will win his 3rd short track race of the year and lock himself into the round of 12. Ryan Blaney wins above Kyle Larson, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Newman, Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick, and Joey Logano round out the top 10. So far, Roger Penske has gone 2 for 2 in the playoffs. So far, the 3 drivers locked in are Ryan Blaney completing the first season spin-in win, Joey Logano with his win at Darlington, and Kevin Harvick has locked himself in via points. Then everyone from Larson down to Johnson is in the danger zone of making or missing the next round of 12. Martin Truex Jr. used up every single one of his playoff points by wrecking out of the first 2 races, now is only 9 points above the cut line. Paul Menard only 12 points above. Tyler Reddick only 3 points above. Boyer 3 points below. Surprisingly, Kyle Busch 4 points below the cutoff. Chase Elliott 14 points below, and Jimmy Johnson 16 points below the cutoff. Next race is at Bristol Motor Speedway for the Bristol Night Race. Catch it right here on the Speed Station.